Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Another Escape from Tarkov video. We're updating you today on what is the start of pre-wipe. And there's no question about it. There's no maybe it is. This is the pre-wipe. So let's get into the details, get you up to speed so you know what's going on. Okay, so first up, we got a tweet from the Escape from Tarkov account. It's just a picture. What does this picture mean? Well, there's some history here. These books, we've seen these books in the past. Zoom in on them. Basically, they're training books. And what that means is skills are going to level very, very quickly now. So you're going to be able to level up everything from strength to weapon maintenance to armor repair. All that stuff will level up much more quickly than it has in the past. The big part of that is it's going to be about 60. I think the math somebody showed me was 62.5 times is the modifier. Now that might sound like, oh my god, I could get max levels in one raid, but that's not how it's going to work, because diminishing returns are still part of the game, which are going to cap you about 9 maybe 10 skill points per raid, depending on how you do it. There's some workarounds, but we'll talk about that in a second. On top of that, we have the scav that's hauling Tarkov cement around. This is a throwback to some other events that allows you to level up your hideout very quickly using nothing but beer. Now, I can't show you myself because my hideout's maxed out, but any upgrade in the hideout now should just require 1, 2, 3, 5, so many different kinds of beer. Now, flipping through the thread, there's some folks that shared some pictures. Like, here's an example. I think that's security 1 requires 1 beer. It's going to be more as you get higher up. I don't know what they are. You'll have to look for yourself, but here's a chance for you to get modules maybe you couldn't before because it just costs beer. One of the problems, however, is though, let me see if I have any beer available. Yeah, so beer is expensive, stupid expensive. And crafting it, for whatever reason, I don't know why they do this. This craft used to be base 10 hours. I have a 30%, 37.5% reduction because I have max crafting, and mine was still 18 hours and 45 minutes. So that means the base is what, 20, 30 something hours instead of the 10. So they drastically increased the time it takes to craft beer. All the components for crafting beer through the roof, as you can see. Everything here is super expensive. So even if you can craft, even if you can craft it, it's going to be super duper duper expensive to do. So keep that in mind. You can find it in raid and do it that way. Hopefully, as the days go on, it'll get a little cheaper and you can do what you want with it. Now, as far as skills, we're going to go look through stuff. I did some testing offline just to show how this worked. So we'll go through some of that footage here while we're doing that. One thing I tested was vitality, for example, right? And as you level it up, if you hover over, you'll see in raid that you have like 125% modifier, no modifier, a negative modifier, things like that. That basically impacts, this is the diminishing return system. I don't want to get into a bunch of shit about how it works. Basically, each skill point, it gets harder and harder to raise skill points down to 0%. So the most you can get in any one reset, should I say, is 10 skill points. But even 9, getting to 10 is going to be difficult. 9 is pretty hard. But the way diminishing returns work is they reset after 200 seconds. So I have the wiki up right here. And we're looking at leveling speed. You can come look at this stuff, right? So it reduces each little bit, but after not earning any skill points for 200 seconds, the modifier is reset for that skill. Now, it isn't reset to 129, it's reset to 100. But this means that if you go, let's say you run around on barbed wire and then you wait 200 seconds and you run around on barbed wire again, you can, each iteration you do this, you can get 8 or 9 skill points pretty quickly. So in a raid figure, I mean, you could probably push 40 or 50 skill points in a raid if this is all you're doing, if you're grinding it. It seems kind of dumb, but your other skill points are going to level up pretty quickly as well. Immunity netted me about 8.5, 10 or 8.5, 9 points with a melatonin. I hit a melatonin, and immunity levels up based on debuff stats, and the longer they are, the more points you get. So I hit a melatonin that gave me 9 skill points of immunity. You know, things like surgery, stuff like that, we're going to level up quicker. All of that stuff is going to add up, but it's still going to be a little bit of a grind to level these skills. Now, the exception to this is going to be like your hideout skills and your stuff you can level up in your hideout. So like I can't show you, I wish I could show you, but if you're leveling up in the gym, your strength and endurance, go hit your gym. You're going to, I think you get like 16 or 20 points, or I don't remember what it is, but this doesn't get hit by diminishing returns. So your gym is going to level you up insanely fast on strength, endurance, and health, as well as crafting and your hideout management. Cycle your crafts and you're going to level up your crafting. I know people, oh, it's the end of wipe, it's stupid, what do you do? Some people like being able to just see stuff they can't see in the game normally. So here's a chance for you to go do that. It might be a little bit grindy, but it's possible. So take your time with that if you want, or just play Tarkov. It's up to you. I'm just telling you how to do it. So I got done shooting, and I forgot one real quick thing that I wanted to mention. So we'll just throw this in the video somewhere, even though I'm shooting it afterwards. PvE does not have the events. They did not turn the pre-wipe events on for PvE, which is a good thing in my opinion. You feel how you want about it, but they're not going to blow apart PvE with the pre-wipe events. It doesn't look like, so that's a good thing. Now, as far as this being wiped for sure, aside from the fact that these events are what they are, we also have a tweet. Let me get back to it here from Dimitri. You know, he tweeted this out. He's retweeting this from 2019 about wipe. It's kind of funny, but in question mark wipe, he knows he's just playing coy. This is 100% start of the pre-wipe events. In my head, I say 5 to 10 days. That's how long our pre-wipe events usually are. Now, these two events, the ones we have here, have been separated in the past. They were different days. They stacked these together. I think that's a great thing to start off the pre-wipe because it gives people time to actually do them, and they're not just going to wipe tomorrow. That also leads to me to believe that they're not just going to wipe tomorrow, because if they were, this event would be kind of pointless. And I guess they could still do that. But I think we're going to have a minimum of 5 days, probably more. So that says wipe sometime next week. It could still be this week, but I'm thinking that we're going to have wipe next week sometime now because of this. So we're going to have, instead of a 5-day pre-wipe event, we're going to have, you know, maybe 7-8 days. Because the things that BSG has never done is they've never wiped on a Monday and they've never wiped on a Friday. It's Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't think they've ever done a Saturday either, but it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday. Those are the only 4 days BSG has ever wiped on. And in the last 4 years, most of them have been Wednesdays, second by Thursdays, and then a Tuesday, I think, was thrown in. No, that was a Sunday was the other one. Anyways, so that being said, I don't think we're going to like wipe Friday or Saturday. So maybe Sunday, maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday next week. We'll see. We just have to go with it. Now, when wipe's going to happen, you're going to know because everything on the traders is going to go to, let me pull up like proper here. All of this stuff will go from like 94 rubles to 1 rubles, everything. Now, some crazy stuff, I can't remember, like Jaeger's T7s, the T7s he sells here for whatever they are, 17 million rubles. And if you did the quest, you have the other one for a lot less. Those don't go to 1 ruble, but they're still pretty cheap. To prep for this, don't blow all your money before that event, because items you sell also only sell for 1 ruble. So what you want to do is make sure that you keep 1 million, maybe 2 million rubles in your stash, and don't do it in bitcoins, because bitcoins lose their value too. You have to sell your bitcoins. Like for me, for example, I have a bunch of bitcoins in here, right? If I save these to the end of the wipe to try to use them, it doesn't do me any good because they're only sell for a little bit. Same thing with dollars and euros. You want, 1,000 or so leading up to that final event so that you can partake in that last day or two, and that's what it'll be. The traders are unlocked, everything, regardless of your level. You get everything, even if you don't have level 4 proper, you'll get all the level 4 proper stuff, with the exception of quest items, or quest unlocks. But you'll be able to buy it all. It'll be 1 ruble. Peacekeeper goes to $1, stuff like that. And that's how we will know wipe is right around the corner. That'll happen a day, maybe 2, before the actual wipe itself. But that's all I got for you guys. Hope it's helpful. Hope you get to enjoy this. If pre-wipe event things are your deal, now's your time. Hop in and get to it. If it's not, wipe's right around the corner. We'll see it here pretty soon, I believe. Like I said, probably next week. It could still be this week. I'm guessing. I don't actually know, so just keep that in mind. But thank you guys for watching. As always, appreciate it. Wouldn't be here without you. Don't forget to check out my music. Link down below in the description. It's free to listen to. It's on Spotify. It supports us. It's made in conjunction with Lowy Records. They make the music. I advertise it. They make it to my tastes. That's how the partnership works. But it's free. And if you're a content creator and you want to use music, you're free to use it. All we ask is you to attribute us. That's it. You don't have to pay for it. It's not there's no such thing as copyright free, but we don't DMCA take down or copyright strike people for it. That's not what it's made for. It's made for the community. So if you want that, come to my Discord, ask. I'll show you how to download it if you want to use it for YouTube videos. Otherwise, if you're streaming, just use Spotify. Please use Spotify, because that's how we pay for it, is the ad revenue on Spotify. That's how we pay for the whole thing. So that's how we keep it free. Otherwise, that's it. Thank you guys. Wish you the best of luck in your raids. Try to have fun with the post-wipe event or pre-wipe events if that's your thing. And we'll see you in Tarkov.